What is going on, everybody? My name is clutchsometimes, bringing you our draft analysis for season 3 of the BBL. As you know, last season we participated in Wi-Fi. I uploaded the first week and got a bit busy. Didn't upload the rest of it. However, that ended pretty positively for us. I think we ended above 500, about 6-4. It was a really solid differential. We did a bunch of really high differential games. Ended up making a run all the way to finals, on the back of Magirna. I think it's crazy. I think it was crazy for us last season, but we ended up falling to Jarrett in finals. So it was kind of unfortunate for us. However, it was good enough for us to get offered a spot in Wi-Fi this season, being that we're slowly beginning to kind of put our hands into the upload community here, which is great for us. Speaking of the upload community, IBL uploads will return. I apologize for the last couple weeks of no uploads there. Those will return here within a week. I'll be catching up on that. I've been moving around a little bit. If you've been missing those will return here shortly. There may be up one today, but there will definitely be up the next 2 days, and then we'll return to the regularly scheduled Mondays, hopefully. So, BBL. I'm gonna try and keep this pretty short. I'm already kind of going up late on this because I was traveling this weekend. So, however, this draft was quite a bit ago. This was forever ago. Yeah, it was crazy. This draft kind of sucked for us. We got sniped so much. If you watch Leo, aka SixftHax, he sniped at least 4 of my picks. I was like, man, I kind of want this. And then every time I would kind of want something, and I'd pick, because I was dead middle. I was 7 of 16. It's terrible positioning. Every time I'd almost pick something, I'd go, man, I kind of hope Leo doesn't pick that, and then Leo would pick it, because Leo was at 6, so he'd pick it right before me. I'm like, okay, thanks Leo. Make it Arrow went something I wanted. I think Garchomp was something I wanted for a little bit. Olin Persian, but not Olin Persian. Pila Swine was something I wanted for a little bit. A few picks on his team, but I think that initial Ubers run in the first round, as you'd expect to have in a first round. There were a couple of things that actually there were a lot of things allowed this season. I was wow, we're allowing this, okay. So essentially, for what we're allowing this season, it's everything but Mega Ray in some capacity, including both primals, Duskmane, pretty much every RCS form. It's wild. I think Commissioner AAR2420, his link will be in the description. He wanted to push Gen 7 out on a big one, so we have everything allowed. And so stuff like RCS Dark is literally not RCS Dark. Excuse me. Stuff like Permagon is 40 points. So out of a slightly slimmer budget from last season. Last season we had 120 points. This season we have 110. So that 10 points may not look like a big difference on paper, but it's humongous. It's a humongous difference. 10 points is huge. By the end of the draft, I was scrapping out for points, and man, I wish I had more. I wish I had that extra 10. I would have been much happier the entire draft instead of stressing about fitting points here, fitting points there. Yeah, but that's without further ado. 7th pick overall. We didn't get. We were just out of range of the primals. Obviously, I said Leo, aka SixftHax picked. Didn't go with Duskmane. A couple other RCS form went before us. I think E-Killer went before us. So we ended up. So this is kind of where I wanted to be interested. Because you could pick one of those, but you only got one. So stuff like Mega Mets was still on the board, stuff like that. I went with the very maximum. I really want this, and I wanted the 24, which was the maximum Uber I could pick without getting a second high, a second low Uber, something second low Uber, very good Oumon, would have been that 17-point pick. So actually was the only person to actually pick something out of 17 points. So but the first pick for us going to be Arceus Dark. This is an incredible Pokemon. We drafted him beginning of last season. Like, Arceus Dark is something incredible. This thing can 100% do everything. Think about you have Mew in the standard, you have a Mew in the standard format. Arceus Dark is that on steroids. It just seemed like the very, very good pick to pick on our first round. Mainly due to the fact that last season it was one Arceus form and it can only be picked. But this season, since we lost so many, there were 3 that could get off the board. So we were the second Arceus form to go. I think DyeItTight took Arceus Fairy later on. You can check his down in the description, however. So Arceus Dark, incredible Pokemon. It's Mew on steroids. Refresh sets. It's the best Dark in the entire format. And a Dark is never something I draft incredibly. I always kind of save my Darks for kind of later. I'm like, man, what are good Darks? Yeah, it's kind of a problem. So great speed tier at 120, great typing, mono Dark. It's incredibly bulky on the base 120 bulk stats across the board. Yeah, this Pokemon is going to be incredible to use. So I was looking ahead at the 17 pointers, man, I want, and the natural fitting of a good Uber Steel, and then getting some good fighting resistance around it. But I definitely wanted kind of a low Uber, more than I wanted a good tier 1. It was almost like tiers drafts, like Landorus, Coco. So I ended up with Aegislash at my second pick at 17 points. So Aegislash, Steel type, Pursuit Mon, because Arceus isn't Pursuit Mon, but great Pursuit Mon. Incredible bulk and shield, but incredible offenses. This is a Pokemon I've never gotten to use. I've always loved the design. Gives us a good fighting immunity for the team. And we're gonna end up having to cover up. It's it's a couple weaknesses. It's ground, fire weaknesses, which is it has a decent amount of weaknesses, but its resistance moves. Its resistance pool is so massive, and it just gives so much to Arceus, and it keeps pressure off. It takes toxic, takes status pretty well for it as well. So if we can try to avoid putting the move slot on refresh for Arceus, that'd be incredible for us all season long. So these 2 I got, and I wanted them. I was so happy with these 2. I was thinking about Sally, I think about Mega Mawile as well. But these 2 are the ones that I got. I was like, yes, this is gonna be awesome. I have so many good options now. And I was like, man, big shouts to M Dragon. I was pretty much in his PMs. Really good friend of mine. His PMs all weekend, just all right, so I think we should do it. And how do you feel about I was just bouncing ideas off of him, and every time I would start to settle on a finishing plan, sniped. But I felt the most important thing about this, finishing this, was going to be getting some good speed somewhere. And I ended up getting my speed in Zeraora, an incredible speed mon. Also something I really wanted to use in format, in a full format for an entire season. This thing's incredible. High speed, set up on both options. Yeah, it's just something that's really, really good. And the way we're doing Z-Mons this season, essentially if it's not an Uber, anything under 17 points, but anything below Aegislash can not have Z moves. Can have Z moves. Excuse me. So yeah, so Zeraora can be Z any week. My next pick, which is going to be something that can really take advantage of the fact that Zeraora is a great flying resist, can take out fire. Zeraora AG can take out great flying types. The fact that AG takes on fairies really, really well. So yeah, we're gonna end up with the fact that Arceus will take on psychics, and those 2 will take on psychics. It's gonna be a Como-O. Also gives me my first stealth rocker. It's a phenomenal dragon. It's, again, something I've really wanted to use for a very long time. Yeah, it has so many sets, a great move pool. It's incredibly bulky. I know Aaron 2 for 20 uses this incredibly well last season. Had a great run with it. I really enjoyed building with it in front office. Stealth Rock Dragon Dance sets. It's like Garchomp, but like slightly worse, but like different typing. And I cover the Fairy Beacons really well, but it has a shitload, an utter shitload of great resistances that are gonna be super key. And I wanted to come all around. It's like I wanted to be able to check other Ubers properly. That was like really, really big for me. So like stuff like when primal comes, like I need something to help check the RCS will check. I have another couple picks that I have a pick later on that will check the living garbage out of it. Stuff like Lunala, stuff like RCS normal, stuff like Kyogre. I check Kyogre like crap on this team, by the way. Kyogre's a problem. I'm going to be frustrated playing Kyogre. Me2X, Mega Salamence. Like these ones are things I really need to like value checking in this kind of format. But like looking through a lot of these, like I saw like a lot of like the high tiers are like good dragons, good like fighting types. So my next pick is gonna be my fairy, and it's gonna be comfy. It gives us some much needed utility on the team. Defog, taunt, U-turn. Great priority in Raining Kiss, starting off stuff like Rayquaza, starting off stuff like Mega Salamence. Can do a ton of work for this team. Fits good roll compression, has good recovery options and synthesis. It does. It's quite a good Pokemon for this team. It will do quite a bit for us. So, as you can see now, we have one rocker, one remover. I definitely wanted to try and get some more roll compression on the team. This was a really big point for us, for me at least in this draft, because like I had a great like start. I just needed to finish it with like my more standard options, my ground type, my water, my grounded poison and stuff, something like that could like really function. So we're gonna end up going with Donphan as our next Pokemon. I know Medi, I think he retired from mods recently, but he probably didn't watch any of my content. But I drafted his least favorite mod in the entire format, probably to ever exist, Donphan. I wanted the rocks removal. It's really a decent Pokemon. Sturdy is really useful. Ice Shard. So I have like this incredible. If you notice, I had this really really good priority spam going with Ice Shard, Draining Kiss, Shadow Sneak, and E-Speed. All on the team. I think Zeraora gets Quick Attack as well. So like this incredible priority spam with this like really strong offense looks really good for us as well. I think gives us a Rapid Spinner, gives us another Stealth Rocker. Can be really really useful for this roll compression that I really probably will need out of it most weeks. So and Donphan is really comfortable taking on those rolls. So that's great for us. Stab Earthquake is always good, especially off an attack stat that big. Good knockoff user. So especially since my Dark, isn't a great knockoff user. Having a good one in like a non-stab option like Zeraora and Donphan are really great for me. Because I really wanted to make a Blastoise in this spot with like a different Stealth Rocker. I think I wanted Piloswine, which, as you know, Leo took. So we weren't gonna get Piloswine. So, so I ended up getting my roll compression on Donphan and moving my water over to something a little more defensive in Mega Slowbro. We're talking about like big uber fighting types, great physical attackers. Mega Slowbro will chew all of them. It's so freaking bulky. I love this thing. I was so happy to pick it. That's one of the mods that I like really kind of wanted going in, but like I thought maybe it can't really fit it. No, this thing is awesome on this team. I was so happy to fit it. Even if it left my points in kind of like this terrible position at this point after this pick, it was awful. Because after this pick I had 11 points for 3. I guarantee I had to have at least 10 mods on this team. So I had to pick 3 mods out of that. It was pretty terrible. It's gonna be pretty terrible. These next 2 picks, I think my next 2 are really strong. The last one I think I'm not super sold on, but I digress. Moving on, Mega Celebra's great physical wall can take on the big physical attackers, Mega Mewtwo X, Mega Salamence, like incredible against his team. Yeah, it's just gonna be something that I can like pretty much like deny so much from him. It's awesome. Deny like big hitters, Rayquaza, Mega Salamence, Necrozma, Duskmane. They have to run like special sets to get on my Mega Celebro, so which I have way better decks to special of those mons because I don't really have special setup options. I think Duskmane might have Calm Mind, they with like Mega Mewtwo X, stuff like that. They don't necessarily get around. They don't get around Mega Celebro physically, which means that it's like it forces them to build like special sets, which will make it like a little bit easier for me. So at this point, I'm looking for some stuff to like take cleric options off of Comfy because Comfy's a bulky is like a fairy, but like not really. I want to be like run more like Comfy standard sets and like Draining Kiss, Defog, Draining Kiss, U-turn, like Synth, Calm Mind, like that kind of stuff. Like stuff that wins games in the league spots. So I ended up drafting Audino. So what Audino provides me is like a really strong Wish Passer for stuff like Kama Ozera, Aura, especially AG. I think that was the big seller on this. Was I really wanted a Wish Passer for AG. Yeah, it just like provides me with waste. It provides me with quite a bit because essentially keeping life on AG is like so useful for me. Healing Wish support has a great move pool, so it doesn't get taken advantage of. Heal Bell, so like again keeping refresh off of Arceus. So like I have good rockers that aren't Arceus. I have decent removal options that aren't Arceus, so like I can keep that off of it potentially in some matchups, unless I really need it to be on there. Yeah, that's kind of the I don't know, good cleric. So at this point I'm like, man, I'm kind of missing something. Then I need more. I want more hazards because my removal might not be the best, but if I can like kind of stack people and force them to remove for me, then like I'll have the upper hand in some matchups with like my great offense. So I am gonna be drafting Trash. This was actually a kind of free agent move. There's those two picks for Weezing and Quilladin. I ended up drafting Trash. I really kind of like the Trash mon on this team. Granite Poison, Spikes, T-Spikes, weird offensive move pool that can kind of hit things, can maybe like scare something with a Z move here and there, like because my first two mons of my non-newbers are like great Z users, so like I don't feel like I needed to draft a ton of good ones after those two, because those two are more than if one of them comes, I'll probably have the Z move. I'm gonna let you all know that right now. Yeah, so Trash, double Spikes, Granite Poison helps you take on fairies a little bit. Helps take the pressure off of killing fairies from AG. Has options to take grounds. Like yeah, it's a Pokemon. Last mon I'm really not sold on, but we'll see as we get through the season. It's going to be Noctowl. Yeah, so Noctowl is it's a ground immunity, which if you look at the rest of the team, we don't really have right now. So I definitely wanted something that can take on grounds, kind of. It's not particularly like Z Earthquake. I mean, Slowbro will take on physical grounds pretty well, but like special stuff like it's pretty hard to find. I think the Nidos could be like a little problematic for this team, something like that. Yeah, so Noctowl. It's kind of the way it is. So this is going to be our draft for this season. Be sure to check out all of the other coaches in the description below. Yeah, so that's going to be it. So IBL coming back this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And BBL will be starting next Monday as well, I believe. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel. Content is returning. So see you guys later.